the studio, and Kelly, I think you have a whole list of things to bring to us today.
I sure do.
That Community Resources has come up with a calendar.
Yes.
It sounds very exciting.
Well, yes, if I could just dive right in. We do have a lot
Please.
this month. What I'm kind of going over that everybody's probably seen in their cubbies this month is the April highlights page. And on the reverse side, we have the April
and the printing is very small, and it looks almost overwhelming.
Well, I know. We got a lot going on, so that's why we're here. We're going to try to cover it. I have with me Linda Cato. She is with the Green Spring Environmentalists to talk about one of our other events that we're working on with them this month. So April, a lot going on. Like I said, first thing I want to mention, NATS, NATS. We have the NATS opening day event here this Thursday in the Hunters Crossing Conference Center.
And they won yesterday.
They won, so we're off to a good start. We're all feeling good and hoping that keeps going. Let's keep it going.
Of course, I understand one of the announcers yesterday says, I can't stand any more games like this.
That's what I heard this morning on the news as well. But yeah, we're going to have it. We're going to be in the conference center on this Thursday, April the 7th, beginning at 4 p.m. And people can come in, and the charge is one meal plan that you have, one flex meal. And with that, you get a buffet. We have hot dogs, hamburgers. We're going to screen the big game. We're going to have, decorations. It's going to be fun to just watch with people. And we're doing it rain or shine. I know they call for rain this Thursday, but we're hoping it doesn't. If so, we're still having a party. Come on down. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Very good. Sounds fine.
I'll just roll into the next thing then. On April the 8th, I'm finally happy to say we are opening the new art wall location in the Hunters Crossing lobby.
Wonderful.
So I'm sure you've seen it, looking a mess lately, and it's blank wall. Finally, something's up there, and we're gonna celebrate it because we're gonna put it up on this Friday. We're gonna have two things. We're gonna have weavings by Millie Lamb.
Oh, wonderful.
And we're gonna have bronze sculptures in those niches in the lobby from Gwen Lockhart. So we're going to have both those artists hopefully there, so you can shake their hand and say, wow, excellent work. And we'll have some refreshments there. It's at 3 o'clock in the Hunters Crossing lobby, so while you're waiting for dinner, come check it out. We're going to say a few words and welcome the wall to its new home in Hunters Crossing. So
someone was asking me the other day if we're still going to have a few of those art things someplace else too.
Yeah, I think they're working on that. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that yet, but for now we're gonna just welcome it to Hunters Crossing.
Hunters Crossing. It looks like a marvelous place.
It is. It's gonna be, it's museum quality, they say now.
Yes.
So we're gonna make it look good, and so that we have on Friday. And if I can take you then to the next week, I have a couple exciting things. One, I just want to mention normally we have our Dale Jarrett on the second Monday in the lobby here in Village Square, but he is out. I think he has surgery or something like that, and he's not going to be here. So we are lucky to have our troubadour, Gray Parks. So he's going to be there filling in, so come have a free concert. You know Gray, you love Gray. Come see him, support him in the lobby. So that's Village Square lobby, 1 p.m. on the 11th of April. So that's Monday. And then I'm going to fast forward to why I have Linda here. Our Earth Day Expo next Thursday. So that I'm sure you're familiar with. We have every single year. We try to do something to support our Earth Day. And now, actual Earth Day is the 22nd of April, but we're celebrating it here a week early on the 14th. And so we're going to have it's going to be a great day. So far we're going to have some great displays made by our grounds team. They always do something great every year, and they have beautiful flowers there for us. We're also going to have lots of Green Spring exhibitors. We have a lot of Green Spring groups trying to show how we make Green Spring green ourselves while we're here. So that's kind of the focus of our Earth Day this year, is what can we do at Green Spring?
I think that's a good idea to have it early, because then by the time Earth Day comes, maybe we've made up our minds what we can do individually.
Exactly, that's exactly right. So let me see. With Earth Day, we also have a lunch option available, and we're doing a vegetarian style. We're going to have a black bean burger, and we're also going to have a chili that people love, I know, and they're all vegetarian options. So $5, you get a full meal, black bean burger or the chili, and there's a fruit and something else like that. But also, I'm gonna pass it over to Linda, because there's something, it's Earth Day, and we want to really make sure the focus is the reduce, reuse, recycle, the main, the mottos of the environmentalist movement, I'd say, for recycling. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to Linda about our recycling procedures we're going to have on that day.
Okay, Linda?
Kelly and I talked to Min and to Christina, and we're organizing the recycling of the utensils and the containers for the food. So we're having this all-vegetarian lunch, and we're going to be able to recycle all of our items. If there's food on the item, we can wipe it off with a napkin into the trash, but then the plate or the cardboard container, that can go in the recycling box. And we're going to have the regular blue recycling box, so residents can recognize the same color and the same triangle on the side of the box, and that's where the recycling items. And if we're lucky, all the blue boxes will be full and the trash containers will be empty. That's what we're hoping. But we will have both trash containers and blue boxes for the recyclable items. And like I said, most of them will be recyclable.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
In addition, this year we have a number of new things at Earth Day. We're very lucky to have a lot of people. I mean, I'm so lucky to be able to be working with Kelly, and we're very lucky and we feel very appreciative to have this wonderful space, the Hunters Crossing Conference Center. There's everything there.
Yes.
And so we have plenty of space for tables, and we have over 20 tables assigned already.
Wonderful.
And these, and some of the new tables that we'll have this year for the first time will be faith communities. We're having 3 or 4 different, maybe 5 different faith groups who are going to be presenting material that, like for instance, the Pope's encyclical, or well, anyway, the faith communities will have the tables. And in addition, this is going to be the first year that we've had the subcommittee on the environment of the Resident Council's General Services Committee. So the General Services Committee's subcommittee on the environment will have a table.
Wonderful.
And Dan Ancona is chairing that table with members of his committee.
Oh, and Linda, if I might interrupt, there's one thing I forgot to mention now. The expo itself will be from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., but we do have an exciting speaker this year. At 1:30 p.m. we're going to be having Jason Samenow, and he's the weather editor of the Washington Post.
Oh.
And he's coming. He's going to talk about climate change, since that's his main focus at the Washington Post. And so that's at 1:30, and it's in the conference center. So we're hoping if people come by, you hang out, you have some lunch, and you don't have to leave the room. We're going to have the presentation right there on the big screen with Jason, and I'm sure you can ask him a few questions if you have them. I don't know. It's going to be a really interesting presentation.
Wonderful.
The fact that it's in the room, you don't have to leave.
That's great.
Learn a little bit about the Earth, and
Great.
so we're really hoping that'll bring some people in. It's going to be a fun one this year.
That's great. That's great. Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to add about the day?
What else?
What about the awards this year?
The awards, yes, we're going to have a table for our honorees this year. So Charlie Bliss will be at a table, and the treasure chest will have 2 or more tables where they'll be selling items, and also a place where you can see the plaque that we have given them. And you'll be able to see that on the next television program we come up. So the plaques and the certificates will be available, and some of the past honorees will also have their pictures there. And,
Nice.
and
Nice.
Yeah, so come on by April 14th. That's the next Thursday after this one, in the Hunters Crossing Conference Center, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So
Okay.
we'll hope to see everybody there. And then I guess I can talk about a couple more things
Sure,
we have.
about 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, good. So also, if you look over your highlights that you get in the cubbies every month, we have plenty of entertainment coming this month. This Sunday, April 10th, we have the Alexandria Singers coming. That's to the conference center at 2:30. That's $5 charge. We also have something I want to mention this Friday. That's kind of part of our Earth Month type. We have a few things for Earth Month. That's what we're kind of calling April. There's going to be an event called Cold Winters on a Warming Planet. It's scientific and songful explanations, And that's this Friday, April 8th at 10:30 a.m. in the Akatink Room here in Village Square. And now that presentation is by a woman. Her name is Nancy Huddleston, and she's going to be coming. She plays the piano. She's a scientist. She's very, very intelligent on matters of the environment. She plays, fun songs to kind of go through it. So it's a fun, light event, but you also learn something too, and that's totally free. So I would recommend getting in the mood for Earth Day. Get set on Friday. Go down to the Akatink Room this April 8th.
And what time is it? 10:30?
10:30 a.m. in the Acatink room. Get your feet wet with the environment. Get ready. Then next week we have Earth Day. So it kind of all comes together. And I know there's something else with the History Forum for
The
Earth
History
Month as well.
At 3 o'clock on April 14th, the History Forum will also be presenting a talk on how the U.S. got into agriculture. So we're keeping the Earth theme going.
Yeah.
And the end of the month, the History Forum on the following Thursday is having on the national parks.
Yeah.
History of the national parks.
Yeah, the national parks have their 100-year anniversary this year. So yeah, this month we're chock full of events, and we have the Earth Month, we have nationals, we have art. We got something for everybody this month.
Okay.
So I hope everybody takes some time to at least stop by these events. Most of them are free. You know, see your fellow residents, see what we're doing here on campus for the environment, and have a little fun too.
Okay, is there anything on the calendar that we need to point out on the
flip
back side?
Well, I mean, this on the other side, it's the entertainment calendar. So we also have all the movies that are going on campus.
Okay.
So you'll see the main events. The Gray Park says the Troubadours on there. There's also a concert for the choristers on April 16th, and that's free. That's a Saturday in the chapel at 2 p.m. So I know a lot of people like seeing those free shows by the choristers. So that's also something to note. But yeah, these are handy. I think everybody go in your cubby and look. Highlights on one side, entertainment on the other. Don't miss something that's fun going on here.
I didn't notice to see if they put our chime concert on there on the 19th.
Well, I don't think we had it on here.
It's
So
on Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock in the lobby here at Village Square.
Okay, on the 19th.
The chime choir will be doing a program.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so the 19th. We got something big every week then. So that's good. April 19th.
Right.
Got it.
Good. Okay. So that's it for community resources and Earth Day, and get your thinking cap on as to what you can do to help Green Spring, because we do try, and I understand that we are one of the leading groups on recycling in the county, that we kind of hold the ideal up to other groups in our recycling. So we're going to have a little break here.